Hello everyone, today we are doing a different kind of a video which is something about Duel Masters. Just disclaimer, this game is dead. I do not know where to buy cards. This is the deck profile that I made for the cards that I had when I was really young. I am still looking for some cards, but I do not know the legit resource of buying it because even if you get, there's kind of a risk involved. And also another one, if you guys are familiar with this game, good for you. I'm gonna mention some terms, you will be able to understand it. If you are not, let me know in the comment section so I can make a series about how to play Duel Masters and stuff. Like I can explain the whole game, like what kind of civilizations are there. But this game was like very fun. I love it, but the game is dead. Some people say because of its cost, not paying too much attention to this game and paying too much attention to the Magic the Gathering. Some people say because of animation. I do not know the cause. Um, so yeah, without further ado, and also yeah, one thing, I do not have holy Oz. The people who are into this game might be like, what the fuck? But yeah, I do not have it. I'm still looking for it, but I do not know where to buy it. So yeah, so without further ado, let's just go. Um, there's a deck profile about Arcadias Lord Spirit. I made a deck around him, and he's my favorite card in this whole game. So yeah, there you go. Um, so yeah, without further ado, let's go. We play four of the Alcadeias, Lord of Spirits. He is a 6 mana angel command. He's an evolution creature. He's 12,500, so he's like, it's hard to get rid of him, like by attacking or something like that. And he, when he's out, you cannot cast, like none of the players cannot cast spells unless they are light spells. So he's also like a really good card, like for a meta deck. Now, for other angel commands, we do have like four Skyforce or Elemental. Now, I do remember some people play like the 5 mana 7k blocker. Um, I do prefer this card because it's 7 mana. He's a blocker as well. And he's also like a double breaker. And when he's out in the field, you can take a spell back. You can have like preference, but I do prefer this one because I can still attack. So yeah. Now the cards that we use to evolve. I'm just gonna put Alcadias here. There you go. The card we use to evolve Alcadias, it is the this one. In my opinion, he's the best to evolve him from because he's like 5 mana 9k. People use Earth Purifying Elemental just like anime. Some people also use the other one. But I feel like Ares is really underrated, and he's really good. Like he's good. He's 5 mana 9k. So whenever he's out, your opponent will think twice to attack you. Because yeah, he cannot attack players, but he can still attack the creatures, and he can also attack like untapped darkness creatures. So yeah, he's really good, and he's like really cheap angel command. So there you go. Now the other race we have is the Guardians. The majority of bulk for the light civilization is made of, well, in this deck, it is made of Guardians and Angel Commands. So I will start with this one. Snorkla, the Shrine Guardian. He's a blocker and he cannot attack players. But whenever your opponent causes a card to be put from your graveyard, card to be put into your graveyard from your mana zone, you may return this card to your mana zone. So he prevents the cards like the dragon. That yeah, you protect your mana basically. So yeah, he's good. But you can replace him with other ones. Yeah, but I like him because that's whom I have right now. So yeah, three of him. Then we have. I feel like this is the best guardian in this deck for now, Jilwarka Time Guardian, because he's 3 mana 2k. If he dies, you get to tap two of your opponent's creature. I kid you not, this guy has won me games, like 99% of times. He is the best guardian in my opinion. So yeah, Jilwarka Time Guardian, because once your opponent's creatures are tapped, they cannot attack, and then you can just ambush them with Alcadeias or the other cards that you have that can attack. So yeah, he's the best guardian for me at least. Then we have two of this Subskin Twilight Guardian. Just like in anime, he's like 5 mana 6k blocker. Cannot attack players, of course. You can have a preference. You can also use something else, but I'm testing with this deck currently. So like I prefer him right now. Yeah. Now the MVP of this deck. This one. I am not gonna pronounce his name, but whenever he's out, like he's 6 mana 3K. Whenever, like he's a skill. Whenever any of your creature attacks, you may choose one of your opponent's creature in the battle zone and tap it. Like this guy is like so fucking good. Like whenever I have creatures in my battle zone, I have him. I just attack with something. I tap their blockers, and I attack with my Ares, and I tap another blocker. I keep on tapping blockers, and they cannot block for shit, and I win the game. Or sometimes I just tap them and I just kill them. So, yeah, he's great. I love him. Now, so that was our angel commands and our guardians. Now, because there are so many guardians in this deck, we use like one of the best cards in Light Civilization. It is Petrova, Channel of Suns. She is, I would just call him she. Her, she, sorry. 5 mana, 3500. But the skill matters. So what she does is like when you put this creature into battle zone, choose a race. And other than the Mega Del Sol, race is like this one, the second name after the main name. And they get 4000. So you just have you choose guardians basically. So you have Subskin Twilight Guardian, then you have this guy, then you have like the other one, Jill Walker, and then you just power them up, and they become like suddenly they become from 2000 to 6000, 6000 to 10,000, and they become this huge blockers. And the strategy for this deck is more like defensive, not aggressive. Well, that's how the light works, because light civilization is all about like protecting yourself, generating shield, and not like being boss to boss. But it's not my particular playstyle, but I still love it. Like it's I love this deck so much, and I love this like civilization so much. So basically, he just powers up and beeps up your blockers. So there you go. And whenever your opponent like casts a spell, for example that smoke, they cannot choose this one. She cannot be chosen. Like that's a good thing about her. Imagine her as a resist in Vanguard. Yeah. And this guy as a blaster blade. Vanguard, I don't know, I just give a fuck. Yeah. Um Now we have this whatever it is. Where's the Oracle? I would highly suggest replacing this card with Laura Giga, the Scar Guardian, because it's a guardian, so it's really useful for your Petro Watcher of Suns. I'm using her because like I do not have my those cards, so yeah. Yeah, it's 1 mana to play to get blocker. You protect yourself again. This deck is about summoning your blockers in the early game, so your opponents cannot even attack you. Like legit, they will just commit suicide if they're attacking you. And now this guy, two of him. So what you do with him is like you just tap him. Tapping means just when you attack, you do this, which is basically you're declaring your Sorry, you're declaring your attack. But this is also called tapping. Once you do this, you cannot attack anymore. So you can use tap him, and you can choose one of your creatures from a battle zone and add him to shield. So it's just an extra protection. So that's why it's really good. Now on to the spells. We have 3 other unified resistance. Either seal trigger, and also choose a race until the start of your next turn. Each of your creatures in the battle zone of that race gets blocker. So sometimes you will have like for example guardians, and you might ask me like, hey, why would you need so much blockers? You already have so many. But like sometimes your blockers are dead, and then you only have like Alcadeias, and then they're starting like destroying your shields, and this guy pops up, and you're like, well, seal trigger, now Arcadias is the blocker. So suddenly you have a 6 mana 12,500 beat stick, which is a blocker. So yes, that's the reason why. And they cannot attack you. Now I have 3 Nexus Charger, which is he lets you add a card from your hand to the shield zone. And he's a charger as well. As I said, I do not have Holy Yaws. Like if you have like 4 Holy Yaws, like replace it with anything, but like you need that card. He is the most OP card in the whole, I guess, the game. Yes, but yeah, consider replacing with the spells, not like creatures. Now last spell for light save is the Invincible Aura, which is add up to 3 cards from your top of your deck to your shield zone. which is people might just like put him in the shield zone, right? I would say like have if you because this deck is like light nature, you might ramp up your mana really fast and you might get to like 13 mana really quickly. But your main goal is not to let the game progress that much. Like you want to end your game around 7 to 9 mana. Well, it's because like come on. I mean, you can still go for it, but like yeah, at this point 13 would be like really long. So yeah, you could have won by like 9 and 10 with this deck. Now on to our like nature section. Well, this guy, Kevin Ryder. Well, for main reason I added the nature in this deck is because to search Alcadeias and search Ares and just ramp up mana. That's the whole reason why I add up nature section, because I was playing mono light for 40 cards, and then I was just going with it. But then I was like, hey, wait, I cannot get my Alcadeias out so fast. And then I was like, hey, I'm back to the problem again where people talk about I cannot get Alcadeias out so fast from my deck. So that's why I started up these cards for Nature Civilization. And then I was like, wait a minute, they work really well. And now because I added like extra 13 cards after my 40 card, my deck is like really fast now. So that's why I love like adding these cards. That's the whole reason I added them. So this guy, if he attacks and if he is not blocked, you can search your deck and take one creature from your deck, show that creature to the opponent, and put it in your hand. So again, you search for Alcadeias, you search for any of your blockers, you search for Ares, you search for this like anything to like get him out as fast as possible, because once he's out, yeah, your opponent's in huge trouble. They cannot cast spells, and unless, well, if they use Slayers, then yeah, you might die, but like same time, he's really hard to get rid of. Like your opponent will face difficulty for 95%. It is that hard to get him off. That's why he's my favorite card. But yeah, that's the whole purpose of him, to get search. Yeah. Um, Only this creature. Now everything we use is the spells. Now, talking about spells, who can forget Fairy Life? There you go. He's a steel trigger. Whenever he's like broken, or you can cast, or whenever you cast, then you just put top card of your deck into mana zone. Yeah, but keep in mind, once Alcadeias is out, you cannot cast any nature spells in this deck, because he only lets you cast light spells. Yeah, so you might wanna get Fairy Life out and just quickly ramp up to mana 6, and then you can summon him. Yeah, it's the whole purpose of that. Now 3 Dimension Gate. So same reason. He's also it's also a shield trigger. Search your deck. You may take a creature from your deck, show that creature to your opponent, and put it in your hand and shuffle your deck. So yeah, search for anything you're in trouble with. Now this card, it's useful in the later game, but like I haven't seen so much use of it. But Enchanted Soul, it lets you like put 2 creatures from your graveyard into your mana zone. It's really useful when your early blockers die. For example, when your Duel Walker Time Guardian, it dies, it taps 2. Then some other blockers dies, like put the mana 1. Then you can just cast Ancestral, and boom, you have like 2 mana already. So you ramp up really fast and you get to him really fast. So yeah, it's also useful that way. So yeah, that was a deck profile for Arcadias, the Lot of Spirits. If you guys like this video, let me know. I can make like more of deck profiles. I have 2 other decks that I made, but yeah, I am still lacking Holy Oz in this deck, and also lacking the West the Oracle, like the other, also the card that 4 mana shield triggered, it taps. Also the Craze Valkyrie, it also, when you evolve him, like you just tap 2. Yeah, if you know Duel Masters, you will be familiar with these terms, but if you don't, then let me know. I can make the video series about it. Now this video is like 14 minutes long by now, so I would just cut it short. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Let me know if you guys want me to make these videos, and I will try my best to do it. Thank you very much, and have a good day.